Hello, I'm David Erland, the owner of Colshaw Hall. This is a family-run wedding venue based in the heart of Cheshire. It stands in about 350 acres of prime countryside. We've owned the wedding venue now for 10 years. Before that, it was a family home. Let me take you on a show round of our beautiful venue.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to wish you all a very warm welcome to Colshaw Hall.
The history, a short version of Colshaw Hall, is we purchased the site 22 years ago. It was offices. Lee Westwood and Darren Clark were based here. They were going to turn it into a hotel, an 18-hole golf course, and me and my wife decided to purchase the property and turn it back into a family home, which we did, which took a number of years. 10 years ago, we just felt that the place was getting too big for me and Heather as husband and wife. The kids had all grown up, got their own properties. So we said, look, we don't want to sell it. It's in the heart of Overpeaver. We've got a lot of farmland around the area. Why don't we do something with it? So we decided to turn it into a wedding venue. And that is probably one of the biggest decisions we've ever made in our lives, but probably one of the best. The main bit of the job, let's call it, or the business that we're operating here at Colshaw, the main bit for me, I'm most passionate about is showing families around. I love meeting, greeting families. I see they come up the drive, they park the car, they get out, and when they're walking up to us to come and have a look around the venue, I can see their eyes light up and they love what they see. And yeah, it's not a hard sell, to be honest. I think, you know, families come along here and they know as soon as you turn in the driveway whether it's for them or not. And all we want to do then is make sure that what we're selling that family and what we're promising that family is that we deliver it. And all my family's the same. I think, you know, we're so passionate about what we do. My job is, if I can, you know, if that family leave with a bigger smile on their face than what they have on their face when they come, I've delivered. Yeah, I'm just going to explain a little bit about how we went from a family home into turning this venue into a wedding venue, which was a big decision at the time, obviously, because you know, it's quite a valuable site, it's a big property, and people thought, will it work, won't it work? And we weren't quite sure, but we knew we had the passion, and we are quite passionate people. If we go into a business, we'll give it 110%. So what we first looked at what facilities we'd got, what could we use, all the buildings around the premises and around the grounds, what could be converted, what couldn't be converted, and how could we get the flow of Colshaw Hall into one of the best wedding venues in Cheshire. I think one of the things that I'm really proud of here, that have built up a fantastic team of staff. I think weddings or any sort of business that we operate like this is all about the staff. And you know, Colshaw Hall certainly wouldn't be where it was in the league tables today if it wasn't for the people that I've got working with me.
Hi guys, you okay?
The accommodation here at Colshaw Hall, the main house has 7 bedrooms, sleeps 14 people. The courtyard cottages adjoining sleep 14 people. So what we call the Keys to Colshaw sleeps 28 people. So you get the main house, all the house with all the reception rooms, a kitchen, which is fantastic space for everybody on the day. And you've also got the adjoining cottages, which sleep another 14. So that's your 28 there. If you do need the extra space, on a first come first served basis, you've got the lodge and pods down the drive that will sleep a further 16 people. So the whole site here at Colshaw Hall will accommodate 44 people. So on the day, the bride arrives here at 11 o'clock. She's met by one of the wedding coordinators who will meet at the front of the house, collects all the bags, everything that goes with it, brings the bride in, the bridesmaids follow in, the mother of the bride or the family, whoever she's got with her. Then the bride will go into the new bridal suite, which we've created over the last 12 months, which is a great space within the house at Colshaw Hall. Hair and makeup's normally done in there. It's got all the right lighting, the right music systems, everything that they need in there to get a bit of a buzz going while they're all getting ready. Yeah, this was another added addition to Colshaw Hall. We just felt that we've got plenty for the brides here at Colshaw, but with nothing for the grooms. So we built this for the boys. They can come in here from 11 o'clock in the morning. They've got all the facilities. They've got the sports games, the table tennis, football. They've got the sports TV, so they can watch any of the football games that are on at that time. We've created like a football changing room style for the lads, so they can hang all the suits up before the ceremony. And the other great thing, it keeps them well away from the girls while they're getting ready. So it is a fantastic building, fantastic space, and it works brilliantly. And I think it's been a game changer for Colshaw Hall.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's very lovely to see so many happy, smiling faces here today, the day of their marriage.
Looking at each other.
While the bride's in the house having her hair and makeup done and getting ready, obviously all the guests will start to arrive. They all park on the main car park. The golf buggy will be in full operation, bringing them up to the pavilion where they can get themselves a drink and just chill out for a few moments before the ceremony starts and before the bride arrives down at the ceremony room.
You're a queen. Showbiz kiss.
So after the bride's had hair and makeup, she'll go up to the main bridal suite to get a dress on and have all the finishing touches done. That's the moment really. The father goes up to her and has a good chat, and you know, it's quite emotional really to see. I think one of the most important people here on your wedding day is the Toastmaster. Ian arrives probably about 11:30, 12 o'clock. He's got such a bubbly personality with him. Ian just wants everybody to have fun. You know, he laughs and jokes and does all sorts of things. I've even seen him put the little young lads of part of the family's wedding in his red tails and all that, you know, and he involves everybody. Calms the grooms down, groomsmen, tells everybody what they need to do. Ian will usher everybody across into the ceremony room, get everybody seated, get everybody in the right places, ready for the bride and the father to come across. So I think, you know, he's another great asset to the team here at Colshaw. We're now entering the ceremony room. We built this room about 8 years ago. It seats up to 160 people, but it will accommodate a lot less. We can make this look right if you've only got 60 guests or 160 guests. It's kitted out with a baby grand piano, which was left by my father a few years ago. So a lot of people will use that. You can play music through the iPod system, which is also a great asset in this building. It's got lots of natural light. As you can see, you've got fantastic views out of the ceremony room. We can obviously decorate this, you know, as much as little as the client requires. At the moment, you're seeing this as a blank canvas. But like you say, on the wedding day, on your special day, we can really go to town and make this room look absolutely fantastic.
All that I have, I give to you. I wasn't told about this.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please stand for the arrival of the bridal party?
You are now at this, the start of your new married life together. Do treasure that trust and treasure the responsibility, and may the feelings of love that you two so obviously have for one another here today deepen and grow ever stronger throughout the years to come. You have both made the declarations that are required by law, but much more importantly today, you've made some very special promises to each other. It does therefore give me the very, very greatest of pleasure to say that you are now husband and wife. You know what to do.
This is a Peel suite. It's well, it's always used for reception drinks. So once you've had your wedding reception over at the ceremony room, you come across, past the fountain, arrive here for reception drinks. You've got the opportunity, if the weather's quite nice, to go straight out into the wall garden, have drinks on the lawn. But any time of the year, this is a fantastic space. It's got its own cloakrooms, it's got its own loos. All your lighting in here is LED, so we can wash the room whatever colour you want. You've obviously got the main chandelier in the central point, which is all on dimmers. We can play music inside, outside. So yeah, it is quite a great space, and it's a good squarish space where people just congregate before they go into the main wedding breakfast. Yeah, so as we leave the pavilion, you've got this extra space here of the main bar, which is quite a large bar with its own loos. Same again, LED lighting, etc. Music inside here as well. And it's a great space. You can shut the main function room off till the wedding breakfast has been announced, and you all stay in here and in the pavilion. And like you say, on a nice day, you can walk straight through onto the wall garden and have drinks on the lawn. I'm now stood in one of the probably best spots of the venue, which is the wall garden here at Colshaw Hall. It's a fantastic space. It keeps all your guests together. As you can see, you can keep the gates shut. It's safe for children. If you've got young children running about, it's really safe for them, and you can see from the venue what's happening and going on outside here. It's also a great space for garden games, or anything, any activity you want, and it's not too far away from the main function room. So this is prime really. We spend a lot of time manicuring the gardens here, as you can see, and make it look beautiful, because this is probably the space that out of your whole day, 3/4 of your time on your actual wedding day, on a nice summer's day like today, is spent out here. One great thing about Colshaw Hall is the maturity of the grounds. As you can see around the area, there's acres and acres of land which is manicured to a high level. I am very fortunate that I've got some fantastic staff that work for me, some great groundsmen who've really got the same passion as I have for the venue, and we all work really hard together to create this really special spot for the bride and groom on their wedding day. They come down here with the families and all the friends and have the photographs taken, and it's so quiet and idyllic, and the backdrops for the wedding photographs, you know, are unbelievable. Even though I say it myself, I am really passionate about what we've got here at Colshaw Hall, and you know, a lot of it was created before I arrived here, but since we've been here we've made sure that we've upgraded, manicured and made it the fantastic facility that it is today. So we're just taking you now into the Japanese garden. This was a garden that was created well before we arrived here at Colshaw Hall. We are licensed down here now to have your wedding ceremony here, which is great, providing the weather's like it is today, a fantastic day. So you can use this for your ceremony. It's just another option from the ceremony room that we showed you earlier. But no, another great space, and these little spots are all around Colshaw Hall. This is another nice spot of the venue, really. It's a nice backdrop with the house in at the back of us here, but it's the big rockery, which again was created well before I arrived, but obviously we manicure it again and we just look after the area, and it's a great backdrop for photographs and another lovely space for the bride and groom. Bridge again is another nice aspect to the venue. A lot of bride and grooms, as you'll see on Instagram and social media, have the photographs taken on there, which is, you know, something quite special. I think when they do come round to look at the venue and look at the gardens, I think the bridge, you know, is a big seller for us. Yeah, so this is another part of the venue that I think is very important, that the sun rises at the front of the property. It works its way around here in the afternoon and obviously drops down in between the trees at the far end of the garden in the evening, which is a fantastic spot for photographs.
But you're the only one to see what's really going on.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. And welcome to the Peel Suite at Colshaw Hall.
This is the main function room here at Colshaw Hall. It's a fantastic room with loads and loads of natural light. It seats up to 160 guests, which is you know, a fantastic size for a wedding. Obviously you've got your backdrop onto the wall garden. You've got a fantastic lighting system in here, so we can wash the room whatever colour the bride and groom decide. You've got a full central aisle of chandeliers. You've also in here got a 4-metre drop-down screen projector if you want to use that for speeches, etc. But the great thing is for us, we just feel as though the backdrop is where we've situated the top table, and where we mainly situate the top table, that everybody's looking out onto that fantastically manicured wall garden. So I think, yeah, it's a great space here at Colshaw, and it works well.
But you're the only one to see what's really pulling every string. Here's to starting over before it's over.
What we are now going to do, we are going to make the loudest noise this room has ever heard, aren't we? Yeah! Aren't we? Yeah! We're going to wave our napkins, aren't we? Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding as we welcome into the room your bride and groom today, the new Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah, one thing I will say, when we did set the wedding venue up all those years ago, we never envisaged we were going to get families from all over the world, all over the globe, which we do, all different nationalities, so it's fantastic to see all these people coming and choosing Colshaw Hall. But I think the thing for me, it gives you a massive buzz, is when they finish the wedding breakfast, they've retired into the pavilion and bar, we're setting up the main room for the evening function, and then they go back in there. You can have DJs on, you can have big bands on, saxophonists, you name it, in that function room, and everyone just lets their hair down. They all go for different types of music, and they're all in for a big party. And I really think that's what brings Colshaw Hall to life. And you know, some fantastic memories being gained in the Peel Suite there, and we just feel as though, you know, the buzz of it and everything about it just makes everything all worthwhile. Thank you for visiting Colshaw Hall. I hope you enjoy the film. If you have got any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. If you would like a show round here at Colshaw, I'd love to personally give you that show round, you and your family, to come and have a look round at the whole site, the whole grounds, and experience it for yourself to see what we have got here in this great part of Cheshire.